Good morning, DC. It's Glen Kellaway from the basement. Coming from a different angle this morning. Over behind me there is like a guest bedroom. Those sliding doors are there. And on this side, that's the kind of the opposite side of the room where I normally sit, where the TV is, and a bunch of records and Beatle stuff right above my finger. The mono album, pictures from the White Album, and the singles box set. Um, this is a video response to more Beatles questions from my nephew, JTMedia. Please subscribe, JTMedia. Jack's got a great channel. He's doing really well. He's starting to come up with some pretty good videos. Give him a listen. It's my fourth attempt at this video. The first one I recorded yesterday when I recorded my weekly wrap-up, and I didn't want to compete the two videos, so I thought I'll upload it this morning. And yesterday I was going through stuff and I deleted it. So I got up this morning to do it. First time I'm, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes in, and I got a sneeze. I can't do the sneezing on camera, so I started it again. Then I started a third time, and I had to sneeze again, and I'm still kind of congested. So I'm hoping I'm going to get through this fourth time without sneezing, or I'm not going to do a friggin' response. Get off my lawn. Okay. So Jack, he's a night owl. He came up with this inspired thread response from Jeff Calico's original one on 15 questions for Beatles fans. So Jack came up with some more questions. So well, let's get started. What year would you have liked to see the Beatles live? 64, 65, or 66? It would be between 65 and 66. I picked 66 because I kind of like the set list. 65 was kind of cool. 66 also, tickets were available for most of the shows, which wasn't true for 65 and 64. So, yeah, 66. I think they were doing Paperback Writer, and they were doing some other songs then. It was kind of cool. Okay, Battle of the Albums. This one, Hard Day's Night versus Help. Love them both. Love them both. Help and You've Got to Hide Your Love Away are my two favorite songs on. And Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride's my second favorite Beatles song. Three classic songs. The rest of them are all great, and those ones are epic. This has got You Can't Do That, which is up in my top 5 Beatles songs of all time. Man, for some reason I'm going with this. I don't know why, but I don't have a reason. They're both freaking awesome. If I could put them both together. A Help Day's Night. But yeah, I'm picking a Hard Day's Night. If any of you guys are Seinfeld fans, I'm doing the opposite. Okay. Octopuss's Garden or Don't Pass Me By. Ooh. I couldn't decide, so I asked a friend to help me. Ladies and gentlemen, Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Peace and love. Ringo, you wrote both these songs. I know they're probably near and dear to your heart, but if you had to pick one, which one would it be? Would it be Octopuss's Garden? No? You're not? No, you think maybe it's one of your weaker ones? What about Don't Pass Me By? Oh, you love Don't Pass Me By. He likes that one. So we're going with Don't Pass Me By. Ringo, I have to compliment you on the sequencing of side 2 of the White Album. But Don't Pass Me By just fits right in. It is a good song. You did a good job, buddy. Ringo Starr, everyone. Peace and love. Peace and love. Okay. Sgt Pepper, the song, the opening track on Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, or the reprise just before A Day in the Life. I go with the reprise, but I have to say the reprise off the mono mix. You have to hear the mono album because just at the end of the reprise, Paul McCartney does this kind of vocal thing. He's kind of screaming in the background a little bit as it leads into Day in the Life. And that's my kind of part that makes the hairs on my arms stand up. I love that. So, reprised mono mix off of Sgt. Pepper. What's next? Question 5. Fave Beatles album cover. Okay, 3 would be would almost be tied. Sgt. Pepper's, Revolver, and this one. I'm going with Rubber Soul. I just love that photo. Incredible. Great cover. Sgt. Pepper's is epic. Revolver's incredible. It's hard to pick some of these. If you could take a track off a Beatles album, what would it be? For me, a lot of people are picking, or do pick, Yellow Submarine off of Revolver, which I get. I understand that. But I'm going with Maxwell's Silver Hammer off of Abbey Road. Boy, if you've read any books or any articles on the recording sessions for Abbey Road, Paul made the Beatles play that song about 300, I think they did like 300 takes or something. And I know George and John weren't fans of the song, but Paul thought it was going to be some kind of a epic hit #1 single, and I think it's probably the weakest song on that album, so I'm taking it off. Okay. What is your fave side of Beatles album? I'm going to throw a curveball. I've been on record as saying the second side of Abbey Road is possibly the greatest side of music ever recorded in the history of pop music. But I'm going with side 2 of Sgt. Pepper's. Let me just tell you my process here. Within You, Without You starts off side 2. When I first heard that song, I was hypnotized, mesmerized, Simonized. I was eyesed. That sitar and the tablas, and I just fell in love with that song. The lyrics, it's beautiful. George's voice sounds great. I just love that song. What a way to start off that side 2. And then from there to go into like a vaudeville song with When I'm 64. Unbelievable. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Okay, man, I wish I could edit that out, but I can't. I'm just stuffed up this morning. I can't figure it out. Okay, so, after When I'm 64, Lovely Rita, then Good Morning, which John was inspired to write from seeing a Kellogg's Corn Flakes commercial, and then the Sgt. Pepper reprise, and into one of the greatest songs ever, Day in the Life. So side 2 of Sgt. Pepper, my pick for greatest album of all time. What do you think of Revolution #9? Well, when the album came out, I didn't like it at all. Like, I just would skip it, ridiculous. Like, I could not listen to 2 seconds of it. Now, when I play that album, I let it play through. I can accept it. I can listen to it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So I'm okay with Revolution #9, actually. What is your fave Beetle label? I think the original Parlophone label is my fave Beetle label. From Please Please Me. Just so classic. I love that. So that's my fave Beetle label. What is your fave closing track on a Beatle album? Okay, so I think most people will take A Day in the Life, which I should take too, but I'm not going to. I'll throw another wrench in there and get some people thinking. Tomorrow Never Knows. Turn off your mind and float downstream. An incredible song. Uh-oh. Jack did this just to get me in trouble. Pet Sounds or Rubber Soul. Now I know why he did this. Because there's always the Pet Sounds Sgt Pepper comparison, because Paul says that he heard Pet Sounds and it inspired him to do Sgt Pepper, but Brian Wilson said that he heard this album and that inspired him to do this. So I'm picking Rubber Soul, obviously. I want to set this record straight on Pet Sounds. I do not hate Pet Sounds. I know I'm hard on it, but only because I don't think it's a masterpiece, but it's a fine album. I actually own 2 copies of it. This is a kind of rare disc from DCC. It's gold disc. Sounds fantastic. Beautiful. Yeah, so like, you know, get off my lawn with the Pet Sound stuff. I'm okay with it. I just don't think it's a masterpiece. It's a fine recording, and I actually have 2 different versions of it. So there. But Rubber Soul's the answer. Okay. Let It Bleed or Let It Be. I don't think there's even an argument to be made here. Let It Bleed is probably 100 times better than Let It Bleed. Let It Bleed. Let It Be. Yeah, this is one of the great albums of all time, and this is one of the weaker albums in the Beatles canon, so I'm going with Let It Bleed. Fave title track. Wow, so what have we got here? We got Let It Be, Sgt Pepper's, Please Please Me, Help, Hard Day's Night, Magical Mystery Tour, and Yellow Submarine. So, favorite opening track. I'm going Help. Great song. Great opening track. Okay. This is 2 more questions to go. Which Beatle would you most want to meet? John. Let's leave it at that. Paul is dead, yes or no? Yes, he's dead. He's been dead since, I don't know, 69 or something like that, whenever, 70, whenever that DJ in Detroit figured it out. No, seriously, when that came out and made news, that was pretty crazy. I had all my Beatles albums out, looking at all the clues. I had a turntable that would allow you to hold your finger and you could revolve it backwards and still get the sound. So I was playing Revolution Number 9 backwards and hearing Turn Me On Dead Man, Turn Me On Dead Man. And at the end of Strawberry Fields, when he says, I buried Paul, but it's cranberry sauce, there was a lot of interesting clues, and it was pretty crazy. Plus, the picture of Paul with the OPP crest on his thing, which is Ontario Provincial Police, because they said it was an Ontario Provincial policeman who took over for him. That was his lookalike. So yeah, it was pretty weird at the time, that's for sure. But yeah, Paul's alive and well, and still rocking, man. Still rocking. McCartney 3, great album. Okay, that's it. Please, JTMedia, stop by, say hello, give them a sub. Thanks, everyone. Great response thread, Jack.